Picture the Khorasan desert, silent and endless, where a lone traveler walks, not lost, but seeking the answer to a question echoing in the heart. If I am not my fears and judgments, then who am I? In this vast emptiness, the Sufi path begins. A journey inward, stripping away the noise of the world to discover the peace beneath. The desert is not empty, it's full of presence. Here the soul breathes, and the ancient question becomes an invitation. What remains when all that is not you has turned to dust? Social anxiety is a prison built from the fear of judgment, where we guard a fragile image of ourselves, terrified it might shatter. We perform, forgetting everyone else is performing too. The Sufis call this the tyranny of the nafs, the ego self, always seeking approval, always feeling separate. But anxiety, they say, is not a flaw, it's a homesickness for unity, a longing to return to the ocean of our true nature. When anxiety arises, it's a messenger, pointing to the chains of the false self. The Sufi path doesn't offer new masks, it invites us to let them fall and discover the unbreakable sky of our being. Sufism, or tasawwuf, is the mystical heart of Islam, a path of love, not dogma, seeking direct experience of the divine. Its great teachers like Rumi and Rabia taught that the ego is the veil between us and reality. Their poetry and lives are maps for the soul's journey home. The Sufi path is about polishing the heart until it reflects the light of the soul. Its message is universal. The temple of God is the human heart, and the real pilgrimage is within. For those with social anxiety, this is revolutionary. The peace we seek isn't in others' approval, but in the silent presence at our center. The Sufis offer sohbet, deep, soulful conversation, as a remedy for the anxious heart. It's not about words but presence, sitting with another, masks down, in shared silence or honest speech. In sohbet, the fear of being seen fades as we shift from self-consciousness to truly seeing the other. We listen with the heart, and in doing so, forget ourselves. This act of presence loosens the knot of anxiety. Every encounter becomes an opportunity for healing, whether with a friend or a stranger. Look with the eye of the heart, and the illusion of separation dissolves. This is the soul's conversation, the beginning of freedom. At the core of Sufi practice is Zikr, remembrance. It's a practice that transcends mere repetition. It's an active, conscious effort to keep the divine ever present in our minds and hearts. This constant awareness shapes our perceptions, influences our actions, and ultimately transforms our being. Zikr involves using the breath to anchor us in the divine presence. The breath becomes a tangible link, a constant reminder of the sacredness that permeates every moment. It's a simple yet profound tool that allows us to return to center, to reconnect with our true selves, and to experience the boundless love and wisdom that resides within. With each inhale and exhale, we affirm what is real. We acknowledge the divine presence that sustains us, that breathes life into us. Each breath is an opportunity to express gratitude, to offer praise, and to deepen our connection with the source of all being. And with each exhale, we let go of what is not, our fears, our anxieties, our limiting beliefs. We release the burdens that weigh us down, the illusions that keep us separate from the divine. We release our false self, the ego-driven identity that clings to control and resists surrender. We allow ourselves to be stripped bare, to be emptied of all that is not essential, so that we may be filled with the light of divine presence. Zikr calms the anxious mind, gently guiding it away from its incessant chatter and towards a state of peaceful stillness. It's like soothing a restless child, offering it comfort and reassurance. Zikr restores the breath's natural rhythm, which is often disrupted by stress and tension. By consciously regulating our breath, we can regulate our nervous system, promoting relaxation and a sense of well-being. Zikr sends a message of safety to the body, signaling that we are safe, secure, and loved. This allows the body to release its defenses, to relax its muscles, and to open itself to healing and restoration. The heart rate slows, the mind clears, and we enter into a state of deep receptivity. The veil between the seen and the unseen begins to thin, and we become more attuned to the subtle whispers of the divine. And in this state of quietude, we listen with the soul, bypassing the filters of the intellect and the limitations of the ego. We hear the voice of our own inner wisdom, the voice of the divine that speaks to us in the language of love and intuition. You can practice Zikr anywhere, at any time. It requires no special equipment or training, only a willingness to turn inward and connect with the breath. Before a social event, pause, breathe, and center yourself in the present moment. Let go of any anxieties or expectations and simply be present with yourself and with others. And remember the peace within, the unwavering stillness that resides at the core of your being. This peace is always available to you, regardless of external circumstances. This is not escape, but grounding in a deeper reality, a reality that transcends the limitations of the physical world. It's a recognition that we are all interconnected, that we are all part of something larger than ourselves. With Zikr, you carry your sanctuary inside, a portable oasis of peace and tranquility that you can access at any time, in any place. It becomes an inner refuge, a source of strength and resilience. You are rooted in unshakable peace, grounded in the knowledge that you are loved, supported, and guided by a power greater than yourself. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It is an intrinsic quality of your being. The storm of anxiety may rage, the winds of adversity may blow, and the waves of emotion may crash against the shores of your being. But beneath it, you remain still and calm, anchored in the unwavering peace of your true self. You are the eye of the storm, the center of the hurricane, the unshakable foundation upon which all else rests. The Sufi path leads to fana, the sweet annihilation of the false self. It's not destruction, but liberation. The drop realizing it is the ocean. Social anxiety is the ego's disease. Fana is its cure. The anxious self is just a ghost, memories and beliefs mistaken for identity. Fana is the gentle dissolving of this ghost, revealing the silent presence beneath. In moments of sohbet or zikr, the anxious I disappears, and only pure awareness remains. Cultivate these moments until egoless presence becomes natural. Then, social interaction is no longer a performance, but a flow of life, free from self-consciousness. The stories of Bayazid Bastami illuminate the Sufi path, especially humility and presence. When Bayazid asked God why he hadn't felt his presence, the answer was simple: you are still veiled by your own self. Even spiritual pride can be a barrier. A story of Bayazid and a dog reminds us, the real impurity is pride, not outward appearance. The anxious self is like an old skin, tight and constricting. Freedom comes from shedding this skin, letting go of who we think we are. True presence is found not in performance, but in being fully here, now. In this state, anxiety dissolves. There's nothing left to defend. You don't need a desert retreat, a secluded monastery, or a spiritual sanctuary nestled far away to walk the Sufi path. While these places can offer solace and a break from the everyday, the true essence of the journey lies in integrating these principles into the fabric of your daily existence. The path to inner peace isn't about escaping the world, but about transforming your experience of it wherever you are. Practice begins in daily life, amidst the hustle and bustle of the city, the demands of work, and the complexities of relationships. It's about finding moments of stillness and awareness within the chaos, and cultivating a sense of inner calm that permeates every aspect of your being. First, bring intentional presence to your interactions. Make a conscious effort to be fully present when you're with others. This means setting aside your own agenda, your own thoughts and worries, and truly focusing on the person in front of you. Put away distractions, silence your phone, close your laptop, and offer your undivided attention. Listen deeply, not just to the words being spoken, but to the emotions and intentions behind them. Shift from self-consciousness, from worrying about what you're going to say next, to other consciousness, to truly understanding and empathizing with the other person's experience. Second, use your breath as an anchor. In moments of stress, anxiety, or overwhelm, your breath can be a powerful tool for grounding and centering yourself. Take 3 slow breaths, inhaling deeply and exhaling completely, repeating silently or aloud, I am here, I am at peace. This simple practice can help to calm your nervous system, quiet your mind, and bring you back to the present moment. Third, observe the ego without judgment. Become aware of the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that arise within you, without getting caught up in them. Recognize that these are simply mental constructs, not necessarily reflections of reality. Notice anxious thoughts, self-critical thoughts, and judgmental thoughts as passing clouds, drifting across the sky of your awareness. Acknowledge them, but don't identify with them. Don't let them define who you are. This loosens the ego's grip, freeing you from its limiting beliefs and patterns, and brings liberation from the cycle of self-doubt and negativity. Finally, nourish your heart with beauty and gratitude. Cultivate an appreciation for the simple joys of life, and actively seek out experiences that uplift and inspire you. Music that resonates with your soul, poetry that speaks to your heart, nature that fills you with awe and wonder, and daily moments of thankfulness for the blessings in your life, both big and small. Anxiety thrives on fear and lack. It feeds on the perception that you are not enough, that you don't have enough, and that the world is a dangerous place. Gratitude shifts the mind to love and abundance, reminding you of all that you have, all that you are, and all that is possible. These simple practices, woven into daily life like threads in a tapestry, transform the inner desert, the barren landscape of fear and anxiety, into a garden of peace, a sanctuary of serenity and joy. The journey is gradual. It's not about overnight transformation, but about consistent effort and unwavering commitment. But each step, each breath, each moment of presence waters the seeds of peace within, nurturing their growth and allowing them to blossom. Over time, the anxious heart, once filled with turmoil and unrest, becomes a quiet, open space, a haven of tranquility where you can rest, recharge, and reconnect with your true self. The journey out of social anxiety, it's a path we each walk in our own way, at our own pace. It's not about reaching a destination, but about the transformation that occurs with every step. It's about understanding the roots of our fears, acknowledging our vulnerabilities, and cultivating the courage to face the world with authenticity. Is a homecoming, not a battle. It's a return to the self, a rediscovery of the inherent worth and beauty that resides within each of us. It's about creating a safe space within ourselves, a sanctuary where we can nurture our spirits and find solace from the storms of life. The Sufi masters remind us, we are not the frightened self, but vast, like the ocean, like the sky. Our fears may feel immense, but they are merely clouds passing across the horizon of our being. We are capable of holding our anxieties with compassion, knowing that they do not define us. Interconnected, woven into the fabric of existence. We are not isolated islands, but part of a larger web of life. Our struggles and triumphs are shared, and we can draw strength from the collective wisdom of humanity, and deeply loved. We are worthy of love and belonging simply because we exist. This love is not something we need to earn, but a gift that is freely given. The fear of judgment is a phantom, a trick of the mind, that vanishes in the light of presence. When we are fully present in the moment, we are no longer caught in the stories of our minds. We can observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment and choose to respond with kindness and compassion. When you walk into a room, remember, you are not alone, but carried by a greater presence. A presence that supports you, guides you, and loves you unconditionally. See others as fellow travelers, each with their own hidden fears. Extend compassion and understanding, knowing that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. With each conscious breath and true connection, you dismantle the prison of anxiety and stand free under the open sky of your true nature. You reclaim your power, your voice, and your right to be authentically yourself. As Rumi says, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. A place of pure potential, where we can connect with each other heart to heart, free from judgment and fear.